Tassadar
I know
matchup yet today.
I
I'm sure they've happened in some other games. Man, those are really exciting to watch.
I'm sure there was a Thor multi game that had an Illidan Tassadar. Looks like Vala first pick for Provoked.
Be interesting to see what type of build they go. We've seen both multi-shot builds.
Oh, two Valas!
Actually
Hey, we get a mirror match.
The basic attack build, yeah, sweet.
I was hoping to get at least one or two of these.
So Vala and Nazebo going for very high damage, strong push build. No warrior or support. Let's see what Team Don't Chase does, if they're going to be going damage, if they're going to get some... Yep, Jaina. So
damage?
very high damage
I like
teams.
this. I like this. You know, not that support is bad, but I like the all-out... This is just going to be a very aggressive game, I think.
There was a firefight. Don't make this 40 minutes, please. I don't see this match lasting 40
I do
minutes.
not either.
I'm predicting lots of kills. So once those death timers start getting up there, there's going to be some really strong pushes.
I have a feeling he was referring to his game with the Uchizord wannabes. Sounded like they had a nice little turtle match over there.
And once again, Bone, this is Team Don't Chase versus Provoked Gaming. And so on Provoked Gaming, we have Minototo as Vala and Gadamus playing Witch Doctor, also known as Nazebo.
Nazebro. And on Team Don't Chase, we have Brian AM on Vala and Grant on Jaina.
The battle begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I don't want to sound bloodthirsty or anything, but I'm really hoping for a lot of
kills.
kills.
Let's see if they're gonna feel each other out, wait for their first waves, or are they gonna let's just hop in each other's throats? Gonna wait it out. Jaina getting a little close.
Oh, she wants to start something. Man, they're all spazzy.
Alright, first wave is out. Action is underway.
Both these comps have very good wave clear. Nazebo and Jaina having some nice AoE stuff, and of course Vala. It'll be interesting to see how the Vala builds are similar or differ. Looks like they want the same thing to start with. Jaina going with the increase to chill duration, and of course Nazebo going with that extra permanent life and mana. A very solid choice. I think, what do you think? You think the Nazebo push will be a little stronger than the Jaina push?
The push itself, yes, but I don't know as far as these 2v2 battles. We'll have to see. So nothing super surprising here. Early game, just kind of feeling each other out, clearing those waves, soaking that experience. For level 1 talents, Provoked Gaming, Vala taking Rancor, Nazebo with Death Ritual, and then Team Don't Chase, Jaina going Lingering Chill, and Vala going Rancor as well. It'll be really interesting to see kind of along what lines these Valas do their builds. So they're going to kind of do the same build, or they're going to have a multi-shot basic attack build.
I honestly hope we see different builds. That'll be kind of interesting. I'd be surprised if one of them didn't go a multi-shot build. because that clears waves really well. Looks like Vala went back.
Gather tribute and earn my favor.
Not a bad strategy going back early game whenever there's not really anyone doing anything super aggressive. Still keeping someone in to soak that experience.
Good way to get that mana back up.
Yeah.
And for those of you that have just joined, Gizmo, you want to give a real quick overview of what's going on here.
Alright, so as you can see, this is just a 2v2 tournament. Down the middle lane only, no merc camps, no objectives, just straight down your throat. First push to the enemy's keep, which will be the second structure in lane. So first team to lose that goes down, and this is a best of 3 round.
And we've definitely seen a few game 3s already, which is great. Had a really crazy one, the last one that we were casting, actually. Level 4 talents are out. See if these Valas stick with the same build or if they start changing it up a little bit.
Yeah, so Team Don't Chase looks like they are going to basic attack build once again, and so is Minnesota.
Zebo going with Spider build. And I like Jaina. Snowstorm increases the radius of blizzard by 30%. It's a big blizzard. And as you saw, I can hit 3 of those structures at the same time now, and the entire minion wave.
So both teams very close in experience so far. Nothing out of the ordinary.
I expect to see the first engage happen when Nazebo lands a good zombie wall.
It looks like both teams are fairly content right now, just soaking that experience. Either gonna wait for their level 7 talents or even heroic abilities before they make any big moves.
So one really interesting thing to note, because in a lot of games you don't see Nazebo do a spider build. And those spiders are really good because they are completely untargetable. You can't do anything about them. So you just have to take the damage from them until they just auto-die.
And we did mention it before, one of the things we love about this tournament is you do see builds we typically don't see in a 5v5. So a lot of those talents that kind of get ignored and go unused.
Interesting. Looks like
normal gameplay are getting
both
easier.
of Team Don't Chase are going back.
Well, they cleared the minion wave. They will probably be back in time. Yeah, they'll be back in time, so they won't lose out on any experience.
Yep, a very good idea. Oh, very close zombie wall. Like, goodness. Not quite. One thing I really love about these Diablo characters is how much they play like their actual Diablo counterparts.
Yeah, absolutely. Blizzard has done a fantastic job working on making each hero feel actually like that hero. And I know we discussed that a little bit in our latest episode on Lords of the Storm, so... I'm really surprised kind of how passive both teams are being right now.
Yeah, they really,
but, you know, both.
They're really not going crazy or anything. Level 7 talents just came out. Looks like the Valas are sticking pretty similar builds, with Nazebo going with that Gibbon. Increases all the stuff on his regular attacks. Ooh, a lot of damage going out on Grant. He's going to get caught in the zombie wall. He's able to get out just in time. Whew.
Vala was low on health too, so she wasn't able to take advantage of that Jaina getting caught and had to retreat.
Yeah, Team Provoked took a lot of damage there. Man, that huge blizzard is just fantastic for clearing those waves. I like to see a little more aggression going on there. Oh, Grant getting trapped again, getting super low. Wow. Almost a reverse situation of what just happened to Team Provoked. Also, as Shot Reflex said, if Shot in the Bullets don't win the final, then they will be holding tryouts for new teammates. So, you know, just keep an eye on that.
Yeah, I've actually been super excited, both Provoked Gaming and Shot and Bolts Reloaded, to see how they do in this tournament. Obviously, we know they are both really well versed in the 5v5, but the 2v2 is a whole nother beast. So
it is.
Both teams seem to be handling it very well so far.
We've seen some really good play, and like I was saying earlier, with Heroes is a very team-oriented game. Very objective-oriented game, so you don't get quite as much chance to shine individually, but in 2v2 you do, which is really cool. Coming up on level 9, once we hit 10, and that seems to be the point where the aggression just opens up fully.
A nice little push by Provoked Gaming right there.
Yeah.
Some damage out on the structure.
Ooh, man. That big blizzard really does a great job of clearing those waves.
Yeah, it takes so long to get out of it. That smaller radius is fairly easy to avoid, but with that large radius, it's a lot easier to land both of those waves.
Wow. Don't Chase doing a lot of damage to the front line. Notimus is going back. And we saw Don't Chase earlier on, and they did a great job. Honestly, their teamwork has been very strong throughout this entire tournament. A lot of damage on Minato coming out. Looks like Don't Chase just hit 10, but Provoke is going to hit 10, it looks like, before there is going to be an engage.
So we got Rain of Vengeance and Ring of Frost, so 2 stun ults. Very interesting.
I definitely see
you land one of those.
If one of those lands, both of them are going to land, and that's a lot of damage.
I imagine they will lead with Rain of Vengeance to allow Jaina to set up that Ring of Frost.
The Zebo went Gargantuan. This is kind of interesting. Looks like he's really wanting to go for a push build.
Yeah, and with Vala being there with the Rain of Vengeance, that's a smart choice. Plus, ever since the Ravenous Spirit got nerfed, and man, Gargantuan got a huge buff in that last big patch, so it's actually a very viable choice now.
Yeah, looks like Nazebo has 122 stacks of Death Ritual right now. It's an extra 620 health and 372 mana. Those stacks are really going to come in handy because he's easily going to be the tankiest character in this match. This is when the bullets, arrows, poison, spider things start flying, people are going to be dying quick. Oh, ults are out! Otimus goes down, both the Valas are out, Brian AM goes down, Minato and the Gargantuan.
So it looks like they are going to get this tower down. And we'll see if she gets any work done on that healing fountain. Looks like
Minato's definitely going to try and get that down, which is a huge advantage because once you take that away, you have to go back that much further to heal. Great to see some action though. These team fights are going to be super intense and very quick, I feel.
Yes, they are.
Just because of all the squishiness.
And now that the blood has been spilt, I feel like the gates have been opened.
Yep.
And
aggression.
About 20 seconds on both Vala ults and 25 seconds for Jaina's Ring of Frost to come back up. And Gargantuan is already back.
If Provoked can get the clear or the double kill, they're going to be able to push really fast with that Gargantuan. It got a really nice buff last patch or the patch before that, and it's decently viable now. Gargantuan is out. See if they try and make a move on this fort a little bit. Ring of Frost! Oh, just misses! Along with the Rain of Vengeance.
Trouble.
Ah, that was so close. That would have been an excellent combo there, but just missed that Ring of Frost.
Yeah, so I feel like they need to lead with that Rain of Vengeance in order to set up the Ring of Frost stun, but
that's why the last match with the Tyrael Vala worked so well, is because the Tyrael ult stunned into the Vala ult, whereas both of those ults have a little bit of a wind-up time first.
yeah.
Gargantuan's back. Man, that thing is up all the time.
Yeah, Provoked Gaming going for a nice push here. See if they can get this.
Wow, Fort going down fast. Oh, okay. The poison, the Zebo poison, just finished it off.
So in chat, we have some people a little confused by some of the talent picks, and I think it's worth mentioning again. So in these 2v2 formats, you are going to see a lot of talents you normally don't see in the 5v5s because they would be absolute garbage. But there are a lot of viable picks in these 2v2 that would not be otherwise.
Oh yeah, totally. Because the focus is not only on killing people, the focus is on getting those buildings down. Because getting the keep down is what ultimately wins it for you.
With that and being able to maximize your time to stay in lane, not having to go back and refill on mana, on health.
The level 13 talents are out. What are we seeing, Gizmo? Oh, another miss Ring of Frost. That's just too bad.
Alright, so for Minato, Tempered Discipline. So the Valas actually differed here. In Vala, or the Brian AM Vala went Giant Killer.
Probably to counteract that Nazebo.
Yeah, and Jaina going Stormfront.
And Godamus and Minato really pushing hard here.
Yeah, Provoked Gaming has about a level lead right now. See if they can keep that advantage going.
If Don't Chase can really just combo their ults though, I just feel that they could melt Provoked.
Notch, it is not Barrel Boys, it is Shot and Bullets, who also extremely talented, and it's kind of being discussed they may be the next up-and-coming Barrel Boys.
Who aren't the Barrel Boys anymore.
Yeah, the Barrel Boys are now Complexity Gaming, which is it's really awesome to see that those guys got picked up.
Oh yeah, that's great. I just really liked the Barrel Boys as a name.
That and the fact that their name was based off of a talent on a hero that no one played anymore and a talent that no one picked anymore. Which is actually, man, Barrel is awesome again.
Yeah. And it's funny because nothing's really changed about it. People have just started using it. Well, it looks like Don't Chase Me is going to be, they're both going to be 15 for a little bit, so if there's ever time to make a move, this would seem like the time.
Still not as many deaths as I thought. It's only 2-1.
Lots of close calls. The pushing power of Nazebo is really oh, Grant! Wow.
Oh man, this is gonna be.
This could be bad.
Very strong. 30 seconds to have their way with this middle lane, and it looks like that's probably gonna be enough time to go ahead and get this keep down.
Very, very good play by Provoked there. They were able to avoid almost all the damage from both of Don't Chase Me's ults.
And that will do it for game one in this semifinal round. Very interesting. That's the first game I've seen where neither team had either a warrior or a support.
I like it.
Yeah, so we'll see if Team Don't Chase kind of sticks with what they did, or if they want to change something up, and we'll kind of see how bans are used this next round as well.
Yeah, that Nazebo was a really good pick. Very, very strong 2v2 pick for sure. You think we'll see a Nazebo ban this time around?
I don't know. It'd be really scary leaving that Sylvanas out there for a pick, because not only does she do the damage, but she can also build into being able to self-heal pretty well as well.
Yep.
And it looks like Shot and the Bullets Reloaded took game one of our other semifinal match that's currently going on between Shot and the Bullets Reloaded and Dynasty.
All right, well, we will get game two set up for Don't Chase and Provoked. Be interesting to see what kind of comp Don't Chase goes with this time. See if they can counter, or if Provoked will go a more all-damagey comp again.
I suspect Team Don't Chase is going to have some sort of support in there this time. I mean, Provoked was being super aggressive towards the end there, so I think they may want some sort of heal. We shall find out, though. As we are getting this set up, for those just joining us again, welcome to Lords of the Lane 2v2 tournament. This tournament is sponsored by our podcast, Lords of the Storm, available on both iTunes and Stitcher. You can find us on Twitter at Lords of the Storm. I am Gizmo Zord, joined by TBK Zord, and you can find us both on Twitter and Twitch as well. So we hope you guys are enjoying yourselves, watching this little tournament that's a little bit different than most heroes you see. So
All right, let's get into game 2 of Don't Chase versus Provoked. And switch back over to them. So who do you think the bans are going to be? You think we'll still see a Sylvanas ban?
yes, yep, there it is. I don't remember who Provoked banned last game.
Was it Asmodan?
Zagara, there it was.
Okay, so same bans. Let's see if they switch up the team comps at all. I assume they will. I'd be surprised if we didn't see a support of some sort.
All right, just a little confusion between the teams on who gets first pick, but looks like we are good to go. Got that sorted out. Notch, yeah, I would. I was talking earlier. I think during the first match we were casting, I would love to see a Nubarak picked. His ult, that web, that 8-second CC would be so strong in this 2v2, I think.
Oh yeah, I completely agree. I think a Nubarak could be a very strong 2v2 contender. Anything with him that could do a lot of burst damage would be great, because you could take a person out for so long and have a nice 2v1. Minato is going Vala again. Nothing wrong with that. Vala's very good. As is Brian.
Yeah, he does apologize. So.
Let's see if they switch up their secondary.
Brian is going Vala again as well, so we have that Vala Mir matchup again. Let's see what Gadamus is going to do. With how well they synergized last time, I would imagine. Yep, there it is,
Yeah.
Nazebro. Nazebro!
Let's see if Tyrael. Oh yes, yes, I love this. This is this is what they did earlier on, and they had such great synergy with this team. So I'm super excited to see this again.
Oh yeah, and this gives them their last team is pretty squishy, and this is going to give them a little bit more beefiness. You know, again, Tyrael is not the tankiest warrior. He's actually probably the least.
Well, I would
as
say
far as
Nubarak
meat
is
shield.
probably less tanky than
That's
Tyrael
true.
is.
You cannot have two Valas on the same team. The game does not allow for mirror
Mirror
heroes
team,
on the
yeah.
same team.
Sorry, yes. Which is too bad. Hopefully they'll really open their custom games to some more cool stuff.
I want to see 5 Lilies.
Oh, good lord.
For battle, heroes.
There would just be no death. That would
The most
talk
annoying
about a
team kill.
turtle game. Good lord. Right, so we have Brian AM on Vala again, and Grant on Tyrael.
And then on Provoked Gaming, we have Minatoto playing
The
Vala
battle
once again,
begins.
and Gotamus
10 seconds.
as well playing Nazebo.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, what are you?
Yeah, I'm
waiting
really
for?
excited about this this Tyrael pick again. This should be a really interesting match.
I imagine for the first part of this match again, we're just going to see that lane soaking experience up until around level 7 once they get those talents, and then that's going to open up the game a little bit. Grant poking Gotamus
Then
a little
again,
bit.
though, Tyrael can be very aggressive, and we are talking about a fairly squishy team over
Yeah,
on
with no way
Provoke's
of
side.
healing up besides the fountains and going back. So.
Yep. We definitely could see a little more aggression now that Don't Chase Me has a tankier player. Ooh, and right there. Ooh, I like it.
Team Don't Chase being very aggressive at the start of this match. Let's see if they keep that going.
Both members of Provoked had to go Fountain already.
Yeah, I think they're really trying to switch things up because they kind of waited for Provoked to initiate last game, and they were just kind of on the back of their heels the rest of the match. So trying to switch it up and kind of reverse the roles this time and keep Provoked kind of off balance from the start of this match.
One of the things I really liked that Grant was doing in some of the other games, he does a really good job of placing that sword so that he can actively block the person on the other side from escaping.
I have to say, I love the fact that their names are just Grant and Brian. It's like, oh yeah, we got Smash, we got Swift, we got Mina, we got Got, and then Grant and Brian.
Yeah, Don't Chase being very aggressive opening up. Looks like Got is going to have to go back. And both Grant and Brian just have to drink. Greg, the more I see this Tyrael Master skin, the more I must have it.
It's a cool skin. Still doesn't have anything on the Tyrael Seraphim skin, the red and black tint.
You really like
The
that one,
wings on
don't you?
that skin look absolutely incredible. Yep.
They do. They do. It's too bad Brian didn't have the Diablo Vala skin. That would have been fun. If you're listening, Brian, you should make that happen. This is kind of the opposite of last game, though, is Don't Chase Me, and really most of the action is going on towards Provoke's side. Godimus again doing a really decent job. He's already got 30 stacks. That makes a big difference as the game goes on, and that Nazebo's health and tankiness.
Yeah, any hero that has, you know, the talents where you get stacks for killing minions for attack damage or whatever it may be, is really strong in the 2v2 just because you are in lane the whole time, not missing any minion wave.
Yep.
Which I feel is why Asmodan is banned quite a bit, because with those stacks going up on his Globe of Annihilation.
Oh, totally. Looks like we're seeing very similar builds last time. Spider build again. Both of Valas are going the same thing. Tyrael got Vampiric Assault, interestingly. It's a little more sustained to help him stay in lane a little longer.
Yeah, not a bad idea, since they don't have support. Gives them a little bit of an advantage as far as... can't even think what the word I'm looking for against Provoked game. I'm sorry, my brain is not working very well today. Notch kept me up really late last night on his stream.
It's okay, we forgive you. Grant is playing very aggressive on that Tyrael, which I think is great. I think that's definitely how Tyrael should be played. He's a very in-your-face aggressive tank. Looks like Got is going back, so he should be back before too much. Grant going hard on the Minna, but oh, Minna did have to drink.
Grant back in the action, just went back to the fountain to get some mana and health, and they are back out being aggressive again.
Problem for Don't Chase Me is that Nazebo is just going to become more and more dangerous as this game goes. And here's a nice push by Provoked. Again, those spiders are great, because even though they don't waste your tower ammo, you cannot do anything about them. You just have to let them attack and just die on their own. Grant coming out very aggressive, but Brian was stuck behind the zombie wall. Could not go out and help. Level 7 talents are out. Vala's look like they're pretty similar to last time, and Nazebo as well. And Tyrael got Reciprocate, which whenever his shield expires, it explodes. So again, another aggressive damagey talent for them. Lots of damage going out on Provoked. They're just playing with each other until level 10. All hell will break loose.
Yeah,
Grant taking a lot of damage. Got a little too close to those towers.
Once Team Don't Chase hits level 10, I see them being extremely aggressive with their Judgment and then Reign of Vengeance.
Oh, totally. And the thing about that combo is it's super hard to avoid because unless you stay out of Tyrael's range, that is a guaranteed stun. I feel as
You have
though
to be careful with it, though.
Vala's
If you
going to
use
be
it
the target of that.
Yeah. Provoked Gaming won game 1 slime.
Nice
And it
push
does-
over here.
It does look like Shot and the Bullets Reloaded did win 2-0 in their semi-final round, so they are moving on to the finals.
Be tempered by discipline.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing that one. How they do in a 2v2 situation. Should be a lot of fun.
They seem to be doing alright so far. So Team Don't Chase with a slight experience advantage. Let's see if they can keep that going and capitalize on the time they have with their ults before Provoked Gaming reaches
If
10.
they can do that and grab their ults real fast, they could definitely get a kill really quick before the other team has their ults.
Provoked Gaming, they aren't slouched with us. They know what's going on. They're gonna be ready for it, and
For sure.
just have to see how it works out.
Be interesting to see if that Nazebo takes Gargantuan again, or if he'll take Spirit this time. Grant again being very aggressive. Minus having to go back, as Grant is too, so most likely these teams are just going to hang out until 10, and then once both of them get back, we should probably see a big fight.
Yep. And
Here we
they
go.
lost a little bit of that advantage. They're 10 right now, but it looks like Provoked is about
Judge-
10 as
there it
well.
is.
There it is.
Oh man, that combo! I tell you,
Nice zombie walls
There it
I
is.
got, but unfortunately it just wasn't enough. Here they come for a push. See if they can get that first line of defense down. Brian needs to be careful though.
yeah,
Gargantuan
getting a
summon.
little low. Fortunately, he's going to have to go back, so we might see a decent push from Got and Minna here while Vala tries to get back.
Very
About
nice push
30
by
seconds until the ults are back up, although Minna still has his Rain of Vengeance. Don't Chase Me is going to really be looking to turn their comboed ults into just pushes every time. It'll be interesting to see Provoked can really... Oh! Tyrael ult is out, no Vala follow-up that time though, and both teams will walk away about half health.
And again, we do apologize if it is a bit confusing on which team is which. We do not have our overlays and everything finished yet. But hopefully by next tournament, that stuff will be good to go.
And sometimes it's a little hard to tell depending on which teams check in and which ones don't. But for the next one, we'll definitely try and have a little more of the overlay stuff. And for those just joining us, Grant and Brian are Team Don't Chase, and Got and Minato are Team Provoked.
Provoked Gaming.
Provoked Gaming. I bet they're feeling a little provoked right now. Grant being super aggressive again, but didn't quite have the follow-up from Brian. Took a decent amount of damage. Is that Gargantuan holding a minion? He was. Oh, maybe I've just never seen that before. Of course, you don't see Gargantuan very much, to my credit, too. Ults are almost up for both teams. Tyrell's probably just waiting for a good opportunity to judgment in. Probably will try and catch Vala out again. Team Don't Chase does have their level 13 talents now, so they're going to have them. They're a good half level ahead, so we'll see if they take advantage of this small level gap before Provoked gets their 13 talents. Oh, Judgment is out! Wow!
The tower a little risky, so they do trade 1-1.
Yeah, and Gadamus definitely coming out of that with the better health. So he's going to push pretty hard here, probably.
Yeah, I'm not sure he meant to Judgment into the range of that tower, but...
Yeah, that was unfortunate placement. Provoked still does have their fountain up, which has been really nice for them.
let me take a look. How many stacks does Nazebo currently have? Okay.
Zebo currently has 171 stacks, giving him an extra 855 health and an extra 513 mana. So he's definitely getting tankier. You can definitely tell just by the little health bars. He's currently at almost 3,600 health, where Grant is at 3,880. So they're actually pretty dang close in health. Minato's ult missing most of that damage. Tyrell ult out. Oh, man. Grant with a nice jump in front of Got. Looks like Got might go down. He does with the multi-shot. Nice job with Grant and Brian getting that nice ult combo off and taking down the Zebo as well.
And here they go for a nice push. They got 13 seconds till Vala's back up, so they should be able to get this fort down with no problem.
What a great synergy that is.
That's incredible.
Great,
for the
great
2v2.
teamwork to pull it off too. And they have increased their lead to a little over a level gap now.
Just one level away from this powerful level. Actually, less than a level. They're almost 2 level 16.
Yeah. They'll have a nice power advantage that they'll probably be trying to capitalize on, especially since their ults are back up in less than 15 seconds. Minato's really going to have to watch out for that and save that vault if possible. "16 talents are out for Don't Chase Me." And both of Don't Chase Me's ults now are back up. Looks like Val went blood for blood, probably to deal with Nazebo, and Tyrael went Salvation, which gives 25% extra shield.
Oh, Tyrael did not. Vala did not look like she was ready for that.
No, it was definitely too early. And that ult has a fairly long cooldown.
Yeah, I was gonna say at this late in the game, it's actually fairly nice if you use your ults wisely and get a team wipe. Your ults are gonna be back up about the time the next team's out. So.
Oh, Brian getting low! And the Valas take each other out. Oh. Wow.
No,
Grant going hard on Gadamus, but Gadamus, a lot of damage. He's probably going to be able to put in a pretty good push against this fort, and he just might get it down.
Grant says no.
None of that
he will
now.
not.
Fort barely survives. Perfect timing to go back to as Brian just got up. He's ready to soak that experience again.
So Judgment is back up. 18 seconds left on Brian's Vala. And about the same for Provoked Gaming as well.
Engage could happen at any time. Watching Minna, as they will probably be targeting that Vala. She's going to be the easiest to burst down.
Oh, is it coming? Nope. Got enough damage out on Grant that he's going to go ahead and fall back for a minute.
Oh, it's in! And it's dead. Oh! Wow!
A little late.
Great turnaround.
Provoked turned that on its head, and now they're going to get a nice push. Probably get this fort and tower, and especially now the Grant's down.
Oh!
That was fantastic.
We're gonna look. Minato probably will get this fort down though.
Absolutely. I
That was a
get some,
great by
good
Tyrael
damage on this
though,
tower.
to take Nazebo out to really limit that pushing power right now. 'Cause man, if both Nazebo and Vala were up, that would that could have spelled doom for that front line.
Yeah, Minato not gonna overextend and push too hard here. Got that tower, or keeping tower down, and is going back, heal up, and get some mana.
Has destroyed a fort.
And ladies and gentlemen, there's that RNG. So Provoked Gaming has lost their bottom fort.
But on the other hand, those extra kills did really even up the levels. They are no longer a level behind. However, both the Vala and the Tyrael ult are almost back up. See if Mina can vault out of it again. Well, it looks like we have blood for blood on Vala and more leaping spiders, maybe? Am I guessing right? Yes, I guess right. Leaping spiders.
Gargantuan is out. I imagine Team Don't Chase will wait until that is down and before engaging with their ult.
Should see that Tyrael engage any second now. Especially now that they've got their level bump. And so, also for those of you that are just joining us, I believe Shot won 2-0 in their semifinal match, and this is game 2 of Don't Chase Me vs. Provoked Gaming semifinals. Judgment out, missed though. Grant taking a lot of damage, as is Brian O. Minato just manages to dodge that Tyrael
well, he didn't dodge
explosion.
it, just it didn't quite have enough damage to kill him. And this is going to be a very, very strong push by Provoked Gaming.
No Gargantuan, but they could finish it here. They're gonna try. I think there's a pretty good chance they could.
And that looks like it's going to do it. So our finals are going to be Provoked Gaming versus Shot in the Bullet Reloaded. And yeah, Null Pointer brings out a good point. So that Judgment Tyrael Vala combo was super effective on Minato early game, but towards the late game she kind of figured it out and was able to avoid it. So
yeah, Minato did a great job at dodging at just the, or vaulting at just the right time to make sure.
So